Hello everybody, this is a very large object and I'm going to be doing a video on why I use ultra-wide monitors. Now, ultra-wide monitors are 21 by 9 aspect ratio and my current one is 1080p 21 by 9. And I want to tell you guys why I chose to go with ultra-wide over a standard 1080p monitor. So, as you can see, I'm running GTA 5. And I'll show you my graphics settings. Windowed borderless, 2560 by 1080, 21 by 9. I do not have AA on. I think it looks rather ugly, FXAA especially. MSAA definitely takes a dump on my computer, so VSync I turn on, and all my settings are fairly high. So, yeah. Alright, so pause the video if you want to, pay more attention to it. Okay. Advanced options, all of them are off. I don't need them. So, I'm using a gamepad. Okay, so I'm going to be going into online. Now, so an ultra-wide monitor to me is a little better because I get more field of view when playing certain games like FPSs and such. Overwatch is a rare example, or rare exception where it recognizes the 21 by 9 aspect ratio of my monitor, but it cuts me off at 1080, 1920 by 1080. As you can see, all of the splash screens here are in the standard 16 by 9, but when I actually get into the game, it opens up to the 21 by 9 aspect ratio that it should be. So you may not be able to see all the metrics that I have on my MSI gaming overlay, but my GPU never really seems to exceed 65 degrees Celsius, and my GPU frequency tops out at 1000 megahertz. Now, I tend to keep this game at around 60 to 100 frames per second. There's quite a variance, but because I have VSync on, it stays around my 70 hertz refresh rate. So I don't see any massive swings. So, with that being said, GTA can take a little while to load up, as it does for anybody. I will probably trim this video a little bit for everybody's viewing pleasure. Alright, I guess I didn't have to trim too much now, did I? So, obviously the game's running pretty smoothly. I'm getting a 85 to low 80. But it doesn't seem to drop down below my refresh rate, which is good, even at the high settings that I'm running it at. So, what's nice about how my system is set up is it's a very cheap system. Anybody can run the system for around $450, $500. It's a FX 8320 stock speeds, and also I have a R9 380 kept at its 1000 megahertz boost. So as you can see clearly, the game isn't freezing, jittering, lagging, or anything. And everything looks beautiful. The game's running very, very nicely. So, I wanted to show this video to show, well, instead of getting a 1440p monitor, you can get a ultra-wide for very, very cheap. This monitor cost me around $180, which is actually cheaper than a few standard 1080p monitors. Even from like the likes of the Walmart brands and such. I will have a link below showing what monitor I have, what unit I have. I will also have a full list of my PC specs just for everybody to compare their own to this one. I do want to be making more videos that are running games on lower end systems like mine and showing how even if you have a lower end system, you can have a fairly high end experience without too much of an issue. And I want to show that just because you're a PC gamer doesn't mean you have to spend $1 billion to get a fun experience. I was playing GTA 5 yesterday with my friend. He had a GTX 980 and he's running very similar settings than mine, but he has anti-aliasing to ×2 and all the extra settings up. But I'm getting around the same frame rates he is. So yeah. That being said,
I'm moving to Vice City.
so what I really like about this game is the fact that it runs fairly smooth on just about anybody's system, but there are a few minor glitches that some people should be aware of. The first minor glitch is if you alt-tab, regardless of whether you're running in windowed or in full screen. If you alt-tab, the game starts to judder and it doesn't get all the resources back that it needs to run smoothly. This happens even on my friend's $1,600 computer. Now, this is quite a bit of an issue, and I do want to notice, I do want to take note that if you are experiencing some bad performance, make sure that you didn't like alt-tab while your game was running, or the fact that your drivers are up to date. My friend with a GTX 980, he didn't update his drivers, and his game was running around 12 to 20 FPS on his highest settings that he runs at, where he usually gets around 40 to 60. And of course he plays it at 1440p, so it's slightly higher resolution than mine. So I wanted to make this video just to show that, well, ultra-wide gaming is really, really nice, and you really don't lose a lot of performance from it, especially because a computer like mine that really is kind of slow in terms of all the high-end computers. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you watch me on the next one.